10 years of my life just being lost to the world.
We were literally 2 weeks from moving to different countries.
I didn't know that I was struggling with postpartum depression up until one night almost ended my life. I literally felt God at that moment saying, find a church, come back to me.
I grew up in church. I always kind of felt that something was missing, kind of like a hole in my heart.
When I was 11, my stepfather, dad, started to sexually abuse me. I discovered true fear.
I was raised in an abusive household. I left when I was 14 years old and just drinking and partying and just living the fast life.
I was drinking pretty heavy. In a matter of 3 months, she kicked me out, divorced me, and sold the house, and it was done.
I was lost, devastated.
I just didn't even know what real joy was. I didn't want to live. I didn't want to die. I didn't want to get high. I didn't want to get sober. I just didn't want to be.
I got to the point I prayed and I was like, Lord, it's in your hands.
I literally felt God at that moment saying, find a home. I decided that Coastline was going to be the first one that we were going to see.
My friend had gone to this church here down the street from my house, Coastline.
We were sitting at church on an Easter Sunday. I remember distinctively telling myself, I do not have to be afraid. That Easter Sunday is when I also got baptized, right then.
I remember raising my hands and just saying, thank you, Lord. I want to serve you. Like, I'm all in. This is such a blessing. Looking back on that, it's hard for me to not laugh because I didn't know the magnitude of that prayer.
Pastor looked dead at me and he said, what's more important to you, the standard or the relationship? And that was kind of what woke me up.
I felt something that I'd never felt before. I just knew how to make a change in my life.
Pastor Jason said, hey, whoever wants to get baptized, let's do it. The pool's right there. I kind of looked over to my girlfriend and realized that it was my turn to jump all in.
This right here was written for me, right now. I feel it. I feel God's presence.
I mean, we knew that we were saved and that we were going to heaven and that we didn't know that he would like us to do a lot of other things.
If I can just turn to one child and they can experience Christ and maybe avoid some of the pitfalls that I went through, that would be an amazing legacy.
I feel like a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people may feel that hole in their heart, and they may be trying out a million different things to just try to get something to work. I want to help plant a seed in somebody else's life and for them to be able to help somebody else and then kind of leave that ripple effect.
My legacy isn't addiction anymore. It's freedom in Jesus Christ.
We want to be an example to our children and as well as our grandchildren.
Sunday at the 9 o'clock service, we're upstairs with a bunch of 3 and 4-year-olds telling them about Jesus. Those children are taking that message back to their parents, to their grandparents. We've actually witnessed somebody being baptized that had said, my son came to me and told me about Jesus and wanted to know what I thought.
Setting the path, setting the tone. It starts there. It's like, this means something.
I can't leave a legacy if I'm not here anymore,
Because of Jesus, our story didn't end in brokenness. It became part of something so much bigger.